Hello everyone, this is Slambash from Slambash Games. I just got a notification on my phone. There's this video actually, about Assassin's Creed Origins. So apparently, it's confirmed right now. So I'm just gonna go through this trailer real quick and see, go through the details and see what I can see. Oh dang, 4K. Ubisoft.
We are the
So right away you can see it must be a long time ago because the paint is still fresh on the pyramids and you can still see the shiny gold on it. And considering those pyramids are like 4,000 years old, I can imagine this game takes place a long time ago. Sphinx got fresh paint on it, some friggin' hyenas.
To see the gods.
I haven't watched this before, by the way, this trailer. So I'll probably just watch it again after this. I don't know what any of those hieroglyphs mean.
The first to tame their beasts. The first to guard the soul from evil. We conquered this land and built an empire.
I don't know what that is, but it also looks pretty new. Is that a friggin' turkey wing? Turkey leg? Some nice ships. Maybe they bring back naval warfare.
A brotherhood born in the shadows.
Good looking graphics. That's gotta freaking be dangerous.
They are the first to call themselves the Assassins.
What is this, like a Coliseum? Maybe you're gonna be able to do some friggin' gladiator stuff. I don't even know. For all I know, they just freaking announced this today, and I haven't read any blog posts or anything like that. So I'm just going off this trailer to seeing what I can see, but it looks like maybe you can do some freaking gladiator tournaments or something. Some horses, maybe the horses are back. Going arrow. Hippo, what? Hunting maybe is back. That's gotta be dangerous, but then again, freaking Shay was killing polar bears in the Arctic, so this isn't too outrageous. Swimming again. Oh dang, crocodile. I don't believe that is possible. I don't believe it for a second. But whatever. Ooh. Okay. What are they doing here? That's they better not be doing a bunch of fantasy crap. What was that? A giant snake? I'm confused here. Let's watch this one. This one popped up.
More details? Me too. Assassin's Creed Origins has been officially announced. And I'm guessing you want more details?
Yeah.
Me too. So I went to Ubisoft Montreal to
Montreal.
The Origins team is made up of key members of the crew that brought Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag to life. And when
AC4. So maybe we are getting some more naval combat. You saw the boats in the last one, and I mean, they didn't have horses in AC4, but looks like they do now.
When they set out to make this grand adventure, they knew they needed a setting to match their ambitions.
Ancient Egypt.
Look what we say histories are. We say histories.
Shut up. This new logo with the friggin' Illuminati eye or whatever.
You know what we say, history is our playground. Ancient Egypt is a, it's a romantic setting, it's a mystical setting.
There's a lot of diversity in the landscape of Egypt, and that's why it's fascinating. And that's why it was also amazing and super inspiring for the team to recreate.
Obviously, the first thing that comes to mind is pyramids. We're going to have that into the game. It's a no-brainer.
I
But
don't know what. I mean, I guess they can go in the freaking
ancient
dungeon.
Egypt is much more than
You're gonna do.
ancient
I guess you can
pyramids.
climb up there and do freaking synchronization. That'd actually be pretty awesome. Then slide down though. I guess you can't really jump off. You can't really jump that far into a haystack, but still, like, it doesn't seem like a very safe thing to do.
So history is like a puzzle, right? My job and
So I imagine they're researching this. I guess I'm gonna have to read all of these books before the game comes out to see exactly what they're gonna implement into the game.
the way the team works
I'm not gonna turn my head all the way upside down to read that.
is really to find out all these small details of this information. So what are the flowers, the trees that were back in Egypt? What were the animals? We try
Hippos.
to respect both
and,
the culture, the Egyptian culture, and to putting them into the game, and also having something that's interesting.
How I actually saw ancient Egypt, first of all, in my imagination. I mean, you only see, like, sands and sort of, pyramids, and it's really kind of dry. But actually, during that time, it was lush and, it was full of life.
Yeah. It was the freaking wasn't it like a warm period back then? And of course it is in
We have now
the delta of the Nile.
the capacity from a technological standpoint to be able to create a massive countryside. It's not a city, it's a whole country with many cities, many villages.
Many cities, whole countryside. So I'm guessing it's gonna be connected, like I guess a land version of the Caribbean or something. Maybe not like AC2 where there's a bunch of cities and you can go to, and you have to travel to them. But I guess he's. Let me see if he explains further. Maybe you can drive to them or walk to them.
Villages, many
Villages.
exotic landscapes.
Silent
This is why we decided to remove the minimum.
Look at that though.
Which is we want you to enjoy and to actually experience the beautiful world we're bringing to you. You will have to play the game, to put some icons in the game,
Also, the fact that we have a time of day that is systemic, we made sure that every single moment in the time of day is almost like a painting. That's not
Beautiful.
something that is done. It's not automatic. It's really crafted.
The world is, I think, has never been so alive and so lush and so interesting. And I hope players will have a lot of hours of fun into Egypt with us.
We started by saying we're in Egypt, which meant large landscapes, which meant vehicles like animals, like chariots, camels. All of this, we felt we needed to make sure that all of this worked within the combat system. So naturally, we start talking about ranged combat, using the bow, using throwable weapons.
We allow the fight to be way more
Mongol
responsive,
style.
way more dynamic, so that the player can really play the way they want.
In previous ACs, when you attack, the hero and the enemy came together, no matter the distance, effectively. This is gone now. Now, all of a sudden, you're spacing in the fight. How many enemies you're fighting, where are they, matters. If you swing in open air, you can. And
No! That's gonna ruin my whole freaking flow. Like in AC4, I'm on a ship. I hate it when there's not a freaking enemy close enough, and I have to go start a whole new freaking kill streak. Whatever. This is bullcrap.
you could screw yourself over by doing that.
In melee combat, we have a lot of different types of weapons. We've got maces, swords, axes, shields.
The reach of your weapon matters. The stats of your weapon matter. So you have to really judge your position in the fight, mixed in with the length of your weapon, the speed of your weapon, the positions of the enemies.
And in range combat, we have different types of bows. So we have, the most famous one is probably the Predator bow, which is the equivalent of a sniping rifle. We got a bow that has a super high rate of fire, and we have a bow that is the equivalent of a shotgun that shoots 5 arrows at the
ridiculous.
same time.
I mean, I guess freaking Ezio could throw like, I don't know, like 3 or 5 freaking throwing knives with one hand and kill 5 people and be completely accurate. But that's ridiculous.
We have many types of enemies with their own weapon loadout. Their weapon loadout dictates the way they fight. So players will have to learn how does the enemy with the spear and the shield work versus the guy with the huge mace. And reading their behavior in the fight, then asking themselves, what am I comfortable using against these types of enemies in this situation? So it's a much different system than we've had in the past. But it's afforded us really brand new experiences for players that I'm excited for people to try and play and give us feedback on it.
Really, you cater your playstyle to what you like.
So they're gonna have like these skills, it looks like, that you have to upgrade, and then you can upgrade the next one. Like, yeah, I think Syndicate was like this. I guess that's cool, I guess.
Based on how you level up in the skill trees.
And that's something we want to also visualize and show on the player. So it's not only something that we play in the stats, but it's also something you will see on the character.
We give players
Scale of truth. So you can have a mount, it looks like. Looks like you can have a camel, that would be yours, I guess, that you can summon. I mean, I don't know, but that's what it looks like. If it's in your friggin' gear, it says mount. Looks like something that is in your possession. You can have a shield, some melee weapons, outfits. It's cool.
There's many avenues within the crafting system, within the inventory system, within the skills. So a concrete output of this means that you cannot assassinate anybody in the game with one shot. If you dedicate yourself to crafting your hidden blade, to increasing the damage that it can do, you might be able to get there. But
You are
have
the
to
bearer of
dedicate
bad
yourself to
news.
it. Now going more action RPG forced us to say, no, you have to deal with the challenges of the game, the levels of the enemies, and you can be that super stealthy assassin, but dedicate yourself to it. Now, because we have levels, we have RPG mechanics, it's afforded us to be able to do epic bosses. Now, because we have levels, we have
Look at that. I only know that what that is, or I only am familiar with that in a very slight cursory manner because of a Scalagrim video. Looks like a freaking a weapon.
RPG mechanics, it's afforded us to be able to do epic bosses. So in the main story of the game, but also in the world where we know some players, if they're really comfortable with the challenge of the fight, they can go and push themselves to fight the most ultimate bosses.
They better explain what the deal is with this, because I'm not really looking forward to a bunch of ridiculous fantasy crap. It's been getting worse. I like a freaking somewhat realistic Assassin's Creed. Maybe not in terms of gameplay. Maybe you can't jump off of a 150-foot tower into a freaking bale of hay, but hey, at least they didn't have freaking giant snakes. Let's see what this is about. Quests.
It's a very big world also. So to make sure that the player would be constantly engaged within that world, we created NPCs that have their own agenda. They have their own purpose in the world, so they work, they go back to their home to sleep, and you can help them with the quest system. So you meet them, you talk with them, and they say, I need some help with this. And as a player, you get to make a decision whether or not you want to engage with that specific type of NPC. So I think that's interesting, and that also gives flexibility to explore the world the way you want to, and live the story the way you want to as a player.
The player, of course, picks up these quests and chooses what they want to work on. Sometimes the quests will intermingle. Sometimes you're in the middle of one quest and you'll see another quest.
I can't handle that. I'm an orderly.
Walking by and you can jump
I'm an
into
orderly
that.
fellow.
And we wanted this very organic feel to the world. There's a lot of people to meet, a lot of characters, and they have a lot of stories to tell.
It's not only an origin story, it's also witnessing key moments of the franchise.
That music sounds like straight out of the Ezio games, which is
why decisions were made.
Was it just someone decided, I'm going to put on a hood? No, there's stories behind all of this, and these are the experiences that you explore in the game.
They better, I hope they don't, like, ignore all the friggin' previous games. Like, I mean, I hope they like tie it in somehow, cause and not just with like some like 5 minutes of gameplay in the modern time. Well, I hope they have a lot of modern time, to be honest, but I hope it is interesting and with the characters we frickin' know. I hope they don't frickin' have some completely other, you know, I don't even know. Let's just see.
So for sure, Eagle Vision is one more of those elements where,
Yeah.
why is it called Eagle Vision and where did it really come from?
Bayek has also
Beautiful. Oh yeah.
this connection, this very special connection with the Eagle Senu.
The
That's
Eagles.
been used, you know, to really scout and plan ahead, you know. So with your Eagle, you'll be able to spot, you know, what the challenge is about, you know, seeing the level, the number of enemies. In this exact setting was also the perfect moment and the perfect actually world and culture and mythology. To see, to witness the birth of the Brotherhood.
I mean, it's so much fun, man. It's so great. Like, it's so cool, and it's an honor, you know.
But telling an origin story, you get to put some pieces of the puzzles together and explain a little bit more to the player. So that's really cool.
Looks cool. I bet some frickin' SJWs are gonna complain that it's not promoting the We Was Kangs. Or maybe it is. Let me watch one more. I think this is. I don't think I watched this one. Oh, I did. It's literally exactly the same. I'll watch this one. Hopefully, yeah, I don't care. Following in-game 4K captcha has been edited for time. Ridiculous. Ubisoft. What? Goats and rams? Is it just me, or does this look like a freaking assassin with a hood? This particular frame. That's a beautiful graphics right there. The pyramids. Crocs. Goats. Egypt. Hey, 7 wonders of it. Did I just click the modern? Alright, ancient. I'm pretty sure that's one of these. Yeah. Yeah, the Lighthouse of Alexandria. Yeah, I don't care, man. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, wait, Lighthouse. No, I thought this was an article about, you know, Lighthouse of Alexandria. Construction started 280 BC, so it's at least then. It's not like 4,000 years ago. So maybe they just kept maintenance on the freaking pyramids and kept them painted because it is freshly painted, it looks. Nice. We'll see. I guess it is like, maybe it's like under Roman times. That doesn't look structurally sound, but whatever. Cheetahs. Bet you can race them. So this is the dude. Hopefully it's not like a... Hopefully this is a dude and you can't like edit your friggin' person and make it custom like Black Ops 3. I want a character, god dang it.
Siwa, my home. The
Siwa.
sacred oasis.
It's your freaking crappy Monteregione. Siwa. Have freaking oxen. That looks cool.
Be my eyes, Senu.
What?
This temple resembles a fortress. What has happened?
So is that like eagle vision, or is this different?
There you are.
Just laggy? Oh great. It's lagging. What a god awful time to be lagging, huh? You gotta be kidding me. Alright. This is unacceptable. Alright guys, I gotta just start working again. Or I didn't get it to, it just did.
Medunamon,
Bidunamon?
the next masked one on my list.
What? Okay, maybe I'm not freaking all into ancient Egyptian fashion, but what is this? What is happening? Blue lipstick and eye shadow and gold freaking dust on his face? I don't get it.
Now it is my turn to tip the balance of Anubis.
Ooh, look at that. Someone freaking killed a... Wait a second, there are tigers here? In Egypt? There's probably nothing that says anything about 200 BC. Oh wait, I forgot. Of course it's not gonna work! Screw it. I don't even care. Dang, okay. That's ridiculous how there's no way how he climbed that. He jumped like over 10 feet. I don't believe it. Slow motion. I guess it's not gonna be that hard.
Better be careful here.
It does look kind of like Syndicate vibe, you know what I mean? With all the how it looks, you know? But and I don't really like Syndicate, for those who don't know. So hopefully that doesn't bother me too much. Restricted area.
A fine bow.
Nice. Looks like you can upgrade your like pouches or whatever. Got freaking stats. Amenhotep's bow. Amenhotep's. I don't believe for a second this is 10 AP. 2720. Still. Is that like a Roman or something? It does not look Egyptian in his attire. He looked like a Roman or a Spartan or something. guess since the Tower of whatever has been built, maybe it is the Roman friggin' era.
Medunamon.
Medunamon! Medunamon! I will kill you! He fell like 10 feet, maybe, and he died. Didn't even stab him. This is a weird building. Hey man, I mean, whatever his name is.
You will die, Medunamon.
Freaking giants like in Uncharted. Get him! I don't believe it. Yeah. I love those freaking sounds when you fight them. That is the slowest arrow ever. Are these like the descendants of the ancestors of the freaking the sons of Romulus?
Available October 27th.
October 27th.
Pre-order now and get a bonus
Get a
mission.
bonus mission.
Secrets of the First Pyramids.
Oh my god! Okay, that's probably all the videos they have, so it's probably all the video I'm gonna watch right now. This is interesting. I may get it. I mean, I probably will. I got freaking Syndicate for frick's sake, so. You know what I can't wait for though? I believe next month, the last Assassin's Creed, what do you call it? Assassin's Creed Reflections comic comes out. That one has Connor in it. It's like the first thing that has had Connor in any capacity since AC3. He's my favorite character, and I don't even know what happens after the revolution. So, hopefully it tells us something. If they're not gonna give us a second game or like a DLC with him, hopefully the comic freaking clears things up. If not, then well, I guess I'm gonna have to join the Templars.